Okay, I can try to help myself. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Francios Lambrecht. I'm born on the 25th of June 1945. So as you can see, I'm 75 years old. And I would like to deal with you my story in connection with a cancer experience which I endeavored through over the last 6 years. In 2012, I had a big financial disaster where we lost a lot of our money. And of course, because of the shock in 2014, I went to my local doctor, and at the end, I was diagnosed with a very aggressive lymphoma cancer. The name which I can give you is Diffuse large B-cell lymphoma. So I didn't know what to do because of the shock, but eventually I heard that someone told me about ozone, and I went for ozone treatment for 10 times, and then I also went for chemo. It was discovered that I had ulcer of 18 by 10 centimeters. And at the end, it blocked the tube which goes from your kidney up to your bladder, and I had to put in two stents from the bladder to the kidney in order so that the flow of urine can carry on. So that was a success. Thank you very much for that. And then I had to go for chemo treatment. It was over a period of 3 months, every 3 weeks, and that was very, very, very heavy. At the end, I lost all my hair, and it was quite an experience for me. But fortunately, with God's grace, I went through this, and at the end, I was declared clear of the cancer at the end of July. In a year after that, in 2015, I went for a scan again, and they discovered that the cancer started all over. Fortunately, at that stage, the ulcer was only about 4 by 5 centimeters. And in that case, I had to go for radiation, 20 treatments. And after that, after a year, I went for a scan again, and they told me I'm clear with a few spots here and there of lymphoma cancer. Then a year later, that was in 2016, the end of 2016, I went for the follow-up scan, and they discovered. And I was also, they told me that the whole story started all over again. I had I think it was 14 by 8 again. And it also, my kidney was also swollen up again. And then, fortunately, I also heard of a new product which they use, and my son, he brought me some of these medicine. They call it cannabis drops, and I started with that before I went for chemo. Again, I had to go. This time it was 12 treatments instead of 6. And the oncologist told me, unfortunately, it will be very heavy again. I will go through the whole story. But fortunately, with God's grace, I went through this, and I must say the cannabis helped me quite a lot. Also at that stage, I didn't have any side effects of the chemo treatment at that stage. And as I carried on a yearly basis, I went for my scans again, and that kept me going for a year or two. And then in 2019, before I wanted to go for my yearly diagnosis, I heard of this new wonderful product that's on the market. They call it the oxygen product, the oxygen capsules. And at that stage, I must say, I didn't feel very well. Because you know your body. After a few 4 or 5 years of cancer, you know yourself. And I decided, because I believe in oxygen, seeing that I already had oxygen treatment, the ozone treatment, I thought, well, maybe that will also can help me at that stage when I was not feeling so well. So in September, on the 1st of September 2019, I started with the new product, oxygen capsules. At the end of November, I went for my big test again. And when I went for the results, my wife was with me with that day. We sat in her office and she looked at me and she nearly cried. But she was so happy. I could see on her body language told me that something was going on. And then she told me, you know, Francois, you are the biggest success story that I've ever seen. There's absolutely no sign of cancer anymore in your body, not even a speck. You are actually more healthy at the moment than as somebody who never had cancer. I don't know what you've done or what happened, but I can assure you, you are clear. So at the end, I got a message from my Heavenly Father that I must share my experience with other people. And that is what I'm trying to do from now on. Because I can help so many people. Please, the most important thing is to don't lose hope. You can survive cancer if you're on the right path, if you take the right medicine and you live a lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle. That is what I can honestly, that is what I want to share with you. Life is not over when you've got cancer. It actually starts then. I must say, at the moment, I'm 75 years old and I feel like I'm 40 years old. I've got energy. I catch fish. I go fishing on the boat. I do my exercises every day. I can walk 8 kilometers a day. I don't even feel a thing. Isn't that wonderful? And I must share it with you. And the most important thing, and this is very important, believe in your Heavenly Father. He's always there. And He will definitely guide you. And He will tell you what to do. That's what's so wonderful. And the other thing is, please don't go sit and feel sorry for yourself. Because you've got a life after cancer. As I am an example for you. You can see it. Here I am. And I want to share it. And I want to thank the people from Oxygen Capsules who are so generous towards me so that I can tell my story to you. Thank you very, very much. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was very nice.
Wow.